Hey, this is ESGNet. Welcome to the channel, you guys. I'm Icon02, and welcome YouTubers to my channel. And we're all about sports gaming documentaries. That's what our tagline is for the channel. Your number one source in sports commentaries. All right, let me tell you a little bit about ESGNet. ESGNet, we're gonna follow coaches, pro athletes, student athletes of all sorts, from the NFL, from the NBA, Major League Baseball, and you never know, maybe even from golf. You never know. Um, but before I get to talk about the channel and whatnot, let me tell you about a little bit about myself. Again, I am Icon02, and my real name is Rashad Bolden. I live 45 minutes north of Kansas City. And by no means am I a Kansas City Chiefs fan or a Royals fan. I'll tell you that now, straight up, right now. I'm a huge fan of Major League Baseball. My favorite two teams are the Boston Red Sox. Love them to death. If I die, I want to die in a Boston Red Sox casket, straight up. And two, my second favorite team is the St. Louis Cardinals. And I followed the Cardinals growing up, just like with the Red Sox. Actually, I've been to more Royals games than I have been Red Sox games or even Cardinals games. I've never been to Fenway, and Fenway is on my bucket list of places I want to go before I die. So hopefully I can do that here. I'm thinking about planning a trip there sometime this summer or sometime in the fall of this year. So hopefully I can do that. And I've been to a couple of Cardinals games, but that's when I was younger. I have my dad lives around in the St. Louis area, so I've been to a couple of Cardinals games. And like I said, I live 45 minutes north of Kansas City, so I've been to several Royals games. Actually been to on the field one time, and that's a story I'll tell later. I actually met some of the Royals players, and I've been in their locker room. It was 2 years ago for an event called the KAB, it's Kansas Broadcasting Association luncheon. And like I said, it's another story I'll tell another day on another video. But yeah, Major League Baseball is my favorite my love that I love the most. And then second would probably be college basketball. I've been to several KU games it's been years since. Actually, it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've been to one. But I went to a small private school near Lawrence, Kansas, and I went to several KU games, both football and basketball, several times. So I'm a KU fan, born and raised. I don't even know who the other team is in Kansas. I think they're called the Wildcats or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, I'm a sports fan for the most part. I'm also a pro wrestling fan. So ESGNet, we're gonna have a combination of both. We're gonna have sports, pro sports, Major League Baseball, NFL, college, and NBA commentary. And I actually have characters for Major League Baseball. By the character's name is Theo Bonds. I have a NBA character by the name of Terrell Bonds, and I have two characters that are going to be in the NFL. One by the name of TJ Bonds, and the other by the name of Theodore Bonds Sr. or Teddy Bonds. And if you catch the theme there, yes, they're all related. Theodore, or Teddy Sr., is the father, and he has 3 sons, TJ, Theo, and Terrell, and they all play in a major league sport. And actually, Teddy Bonds the name came from from an ex-girlfriend that used to call me Teddy. I'm a heavy-set guy, and she just loved to cuddle with me, and so she always called me her teddy bear. So, and I know you guys are like, oh, yeah. Anyway, that's how the name Teddy came about, and then the name Bonds. I actually decided to make the character have a background as a family member of Barry Bonds. So occasionally I will talk about Barry, especially in the Theo's baseball series. Teddy Bond or Barry Bonds will be mentioned in his videos and Theo's um, videos of him playing in the majors in the near future here on the next game that comes out, which is MLB The Show 13. But Teddy was a former coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I've had him coach other places, University of Texas, Kansas State, Troy University, what else? Boise, University of Virginia, and on and on. But he's always coached at every year I got the NCAA game. He's always coached at the University of Nebraska, and so I'm decided that he's going to leave the college ranks and he's going to try to go in the pros, try to be a head coach in the pros. And the team I decided to have him coach are the Atlanta Falcons. And the reason why is I actually played as the Atlanta Falcons on last year's Madden game. A friend of mine started an online league, and I decided to jump on there. I've never done it before, and I said, you know what, I'll try it this year. So I picked the Atlanta Falcons, and I just fell in love with the team. I actually have Julio, and in one league, in one fantasy football league, and I have Roddy White. I've always had him on my fantasy team every year. Ever since he got into the pros. So I mean, I guess you could say I'm kind of a Atlanta Falcons fan. I'm a big. I don't really have a favorite team per se. I have favorite NFL players, so I root for them. So whatever team they're on, I usually root for them. But I guess I am a Peyton Manning fan, so I guess you could say I'm a Colts fan. And since now Manning's left, ironically enough, my second favorite team in the NFL is the Broncos. So I'm rooting for him on the Broncos, but at the same time, I'm still rooting for the Colts because I'm a big Andrew Luck fan. I followed his career through college there at Stanford, so it's kind of like, okay, cool. I got two of my favorite quarterbacks that one I've always wanted to ever, if I ever get a chance to meet Peyton, that'd be so awesome. But then I got the other guy that I'm kind of having a man crush on, and that's Andrew Luck. Can't even think of his name now, so I'm just going crazy over him. But yeah, I mean, so Teddy's going to be coaching in Atlanta this year, his first year as the head coach of the professional football team. This year, I am going to do a Nebraska Cornhuskers franchise and a series on that, but I haven't thought of a coach's name. And I've already started this series, so my head coach is Bo Pelini, who is actually the coach of the Cornhuskers. So you guys will follow the life of Bo Pelini and the coaching staff and the team of the Nebraska Cornhuskers this year. Until I can think of another name for the head coach for Nebraska. I was going to say, I was going to use my name, but I was like, no, I really don't want to be, don't really want to use my name, so I'll either come up with a name, or if I don't come up with one, I'll just use the head coach of the actual team. So Bo Pelini, he'll be the coach until I decide to fire him and put a new coach in there, or if you never know, Teddy may decide to leave NFL and not be the head coach, be head coach of Atlanta anymore, or he might be both. You never know. So. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to his sons. His son's TJ, his oldest son, TJ, or Teddy Jr. Again, you see him in this footage right now. On this game, this is last year's Madden game, Madden 12. I actually had him start off at the Broncos. Then I made a trade, and I got traded to the Packers. So I'm with the Packers, and we just recently came off a Super Bowl win. So this is our first game since the Super Bowl. This is a preseason game actually, and we're losing down by 2 possessions already, and there's like 4:50 left in the fourth quarter. So, doesn't look like we're going to win this one. But it's a preseason game, so it doesn't. I guess it matters, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't count. So, and then we got Theo, which you'll see in a video next coming up, which is him in his baseball gear. He plays for originally he played for the St. Louis Cardinals and their Cardinals organization, but then I got traded to, ironically enough, the team that I hate the most, the New York Yankees. So he's the first baseman for the Yankees. So I'm assuming that he left, or I guess they traded off Teixeira. So now I'm going to be the starter first baseman for the Yankees. Yay. But I was wanting to play as an NL team because I've never played as an NL team before. I've always played as Boston, American League. So I was wanting to try something different, and so I created Theo. I was like, I'm gonna play the National League, and that was from actually the footage you're gonna see is from the MLB Show 11. I decided to skip 12 this past year. Wasn't I don't know, just wasn't feeling it, so. But when 13 does come out, I will get it, and I've actually already pre-ordered it this past week, so can't wait for that to come out. And I'll recreate Theo. Also, I'll have a Boston Red Sox franchise that I'll have. I'll start up too, and I can't wait for that. I mean, like I said, I haven't played last year's game, and I still play 11, but I'm really itching to play a baseball game this year, so can't wait for the show to come out. I've been a big fan of the show for ever since 2008, when that series came out. I want to say the series came out before then, but I was a big fan when 08 came out. I think I had who was the cover boy that year? I think it was Phillies guy, Ryan. I can't think of his name. Anyway, but yeah, first and foremost, like I said, I can't wait for that game to come out, and like I said, I'm a big baseball fan. I love that game. I love baseball. It's the sport that I love. I can't get enough of. So baseball season come out, you'll definitely see a lot of content from that game. Then also too we have Theo, or not Theo. We got Terrell, who plays in the NBA, and I actually got drafted by the Wizards from last year's game, and you'll see footage of that, some gameplay. But now, since I've already talked about the characters and whatnot, there's a description on the bottom there. You guys can read about Theo and TJ and Terrell and Teddy Sr. There at the bottom. A little bio that I one night decided, we need a bio. I need to share more information about them. Wherever I can't cover in the video, I can cover in that. So you guys can sit there and read that and get a good chuckle out of it and whatnot. But like I said, the channel is all about sports docs on these coaches and athletes from the Madden, NCAA football, NBA 2K, and MLB The Show. And also, you guys can be a contributor to the channel. Sven Customs, who you guys should check out on YouTube. He has some funny videos and stuff like that. He's a big wrestling fan, and he's also a big sports fan, especially when it comes to college football and NFL. He's crazy over that stuff. I don't know for sure, but I know we've talked about it. He's going to help out by coming up with some commentary and having characters and series, so just like I am on the channel. And we're also going to do some podcasting. Me and him, we're friends. Been friends for years. I've actually met him through because of college, and we actually had a radio show together, which was called Tim Most Wanted, and it was a sports show. Well, originally, actually, it was a pop culture show. We talked about things that were going on in the world, from everything from sports, television, movies, video games, and just your everyday news, politics, stuff like that. And we came up with a show with the same premise, but it was a sports show, and we talked about sports athletes, sports stories, talked about games that we thought were going to be important, things that football games, basketball games, baseball games that we thought that were important that you guys should, that our listeners should pay attention to for that week. So we're going to do the same thing on YouTube. We're going to have a podcasting show, and we're going to try to have an episode every week. I don't know right now when that's going to start. I'm hoping we can start that here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to have, they're going to be called ESGN Game Center Dailies, where I'm going to get on my soapbox and rant and rave about sports athletes, sports teams, or sports issues that are going on. So anything that catches my eye on the internet, or I'm a ESPN junkie, probably like most of you, or FSN junkie, or NBC Sports Network junkie. If you're a sports junkie and there's something going on in sports, I guarantee you guys can go on my channel and I will be talking about it. And I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to be rude. I'm just going to tell the honest truth. I'm not going to be some of these talking heads, on ESPN and stuff like that. That they kind of sugarcoat everything. No, I'm going to have some facts. I'm going to have some proof, but I'm also going to have just some common sense stuff. I think that's what a lot of these guys on there are lacking. It's just, seriously, did you just say that? Like, you're not using common sense. You're not, anyway, that's another thing. I'm already thinking about things I can talk about already. I've been jotting down ideas as I'm making this video right now. But yeah, they're going to be called ESGN's Game Center Dailies. Occasionally, we may have a live during the live stream. We are going to live stream. As of when we're going to live stream, I don't know yet. I haven't decided a date yet. I'm thinking somewhere in late March, early April, but you never know. It might be sooner. I gotta talk to Sven about his, when his schedule is. He works full time, and I do too. So doing these, we kind of do them when we're not working. Well, at least I do. So we'll have, like I said, we'll have commentary, dual commentary on some things. We'll also have we're gonna kind of do like a Skype type of chat thing where, you'll see our faces. You'll see us talking one-on-one with each other, talking about things that are going on in sports, and also just not just mainstream sports. We're also going to talk about pro wrestling. We're both big pro wrestling fans. I think I already mentioned already, and we're going to talk about pro wrestling. Here coming up is the Royal Rumble. I'll have some prediction videos coming up here pretty soon about that. We're going to talk about Royal Rumble. We're going to talk about WrestleMania. TNA, they're doing this new thing where they're only going to have their 4 big pay-per-views throughout the year, but they're going to have these small Friday night, live Friday night pay-per-views in between the big 4 pay-per-views that they're going to have throughout the year. We're going to talk about TNA wrestling, I'm a big Ring of Honor wrestling, and WWE stuff, and just rumors. We're going to talk about rumors or hearsay from other or wrestling online news sources, stuff like that. Talk about what's going on in pro wrestling. And Steve, or excuse me, I said his real name, Sven. Sven, if you're watching, sorry, man, didn't mean to. But yeah, we're gonna talk about pro wrestling, and we're also gonna talk about a little bit about our characters that we created in our own little call league. Now, the actual league hasn't been named just yet. I guess I should say I'm working on the name for the league. Sven's gonna help out. He's actually created some wrestlers that I'm using right now and some storylines. We're both getting together, writing up some storylines and some story angles for the characters and whatnot. The first videos you'll see up here in the next couple of days will be from the WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 series that I worked on by myself. And then you'll see a change where it'll be on the WWE 12 game. And then eventually, I recently bought WWE 13. I'm working on storylines for that. So you'll see some changes in graphics and gameplay and stuff like that here in the next weeks and months and days, weeks, and months to come. There, I finally got it right. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, we're both pro wrestling fans. I mean, people's like, oh, wrestling's fake, blah blah blah. Well, it's entertainment. I mean, you want to be entertained and get a good laugh and just see how they do story angles like that. Well, if you're a true wrestling fan, you will appreciate what we're creating and whatnot. And he's got characters that he's created. I actually got a call that I created of myself, but he's the total opposite of me, personality-wise and everything. I also have a character by the name of Brett Austin Starr, who's he is a true jackass. He's worse than Chris Jericho and worse than JBL. So, I mean, anybody worse than them, you're gonna have to stay tuned and watch. It's gonna be great. I just edited some stuff about. He just had a promo talking about Vicky Guerrero. He's in a battle with her, because I have her as the general manager of Raw right now, and he just made a comment about Eddie Guerrero, how he's rolling in his grave right now because because Vicky's with Dolph and everything. And I also bring up the Chris Benoit issue that the character brings that up. And I mean, like I said, he's a no-nonsense guy. He doesn't take crap, and he's all about entertaining people, but he's gonna make people pay. He wants to be famous, and he's gonna find any way to make himself famous. And that means if he has to take out the poster boy of the WWE, and I'm talking about John Cena. There's a big rivalry. There's a storyline of that that goes on in this series, and I'm trying my best not to say too much, but you guys will like it. You'll enjoy it. I'm getting a kick out of it right now, and I swear if WWE steals my idea, WWE, I want hire me as a writer. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Sven and I we're wrestling fans, so we've been working on that on the channel. But we also want you guys to help out. I want to help you guys out. If you guys are a commentator, and you want to get your your voice out there, I want to do a partnership with you. You promote my channel, I'll promote yours, and have ourselves be both successful on YouTube. So if you guys got any videos and there's gonna be a video about this. If you guys have any videos that are decent, that are just not slopped up together, you took the time to create content and stuff like that. I really would love to put it on the channel to get some exposure out there, not for myself but also for you. So like I said, there will be a video about that coming up here soon also. And I mean, like I said, we have a lot. I mean, I got so much stuff right now. I got stuff that I've been writing up here recently that I even talked to Spin about that I want to do for the channel. So like I said, there's so many. There's gonna be a lot of surprises, and there's gonna be a lot of fun things that we want to try to put together and try and see if it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, you know, great. Man, LeBron, you got blocked, son. And right now you're looking at this is a video from Terrell Bonds, who plays, like I said, for Miami Heat. And again, there's a bio about him on the bottom there in the description. You guys can check it out. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you do, put a like, tap that like button. Also subscribe to the channel and show me some love. But again, like I said, ESGNet, it's all about having good fun, just talking about sports and being honest about sports stories and what's going on in the world of sports. You know, like I said, I can't wait to get these series up and rolling and out there on YouTube for you guys to check out. Actually, some of them are already up. They're just unlisted right now. So when I decide to hit that button to list them and you know, channel officially launch, and like I said, the channel will launch officially. I'm hoping by the end of the month, or the 1st of February. Like I said, this video will be up probably here before then. Just kind of talk, like I said, I'm just doing this just a introduction video, just talking about the channel and what to expect. If you guys want to know more about the channel that I didn't cover, trust me, there's a lot. You guys can leave a message on here, or go to my YouTube or my Facebook page and drop a line there. But other than that, I mean, like I said, I worked on content, and so has Spin, and we can't wait. I think the one I can't wait to do is Teddy Bond's series, him coaching in Madden 13, and the podcasting. I can't wait because you guys will see it. I mean, Spin and I have been friends for what, 5 or 6 years now, and just when I met him in college, I mean, we just clicked, and we had a lot of fun working together on the radio at our college radio station we worked at, and so you'll see a lot of funny stuff, and we'll try not to get into this. There's a lot of inside jokes with us, so just bear with us. If you know, we'll explain them for the most part. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. And I hope you guys. Hopefully, I'm trying to look at notes right now to make sure I cover everything. But there will be more videos, like I said, dailies, ESGN, or ESGNet, Game Sitter dailies. I'll have those up here pretty soon, talking about more about the channel, what you expect, and just about sports in general. So until then, keep you guys each other healthy. That's my little tagline I'm going to use on the channel. But keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I will see you. Well, you guys will hear from me very soon. Take care. Bye.